In the meantime, Minister of National Security Robert Montague is insisting the government continues to plug gaps in the island's maritime border to stem the inflow of illegal guns into the country. TVJ's Anthony Lugg tells us more.
496 miles of coastline rings Jamaica, and according to Security Minister Robert Montague, it's one of the entry points being used by criminals to smuggle illegal guns into the island. Data shows that between January 1 and December 2 of this year, the police seized 816 illegal firearms. 66 rifles, 19 submachine guns, 33 shotguns, 50 homemade firearms, 530 pistols, and 118 revolvers, which marks a 225 increase when compared to the same period last year. But even as concerns rise about the number of murders and guns being seized, Mr. Montague says the government is dealing with the issue.
That is why we invested into the 2 ships, and we are investing into the plane to help to secure our borders so that we can keep out the guns, the illegal guns out of the country. At 84% of every crime scene in Jamaica, the gun is present, and we do not manufacture the gun in Jamaica.
On November 13, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents seized 119 guns and an assortment of ammunition at the Miami International Airport that were destined for Jamaica. But when asked how investigations are progressing and why the JCF waited until December 6 to publicly announce the bust, the security minister gave this response.
The seizure was made and the shipment continued on its way into Jamaica, and it sat here for 3 weeks. I can't go into all the details of the operations, but it was significant that this operation stood there and it went through and went very tight. A lot of persons weren't even aware that the operation was on, which is the way we would like it. And something happened, and the investigators felt it was time to go public. And in their wisdom, they did what they had to do.
Mr. Montague also outlined the approach to tackle criminality.
It is not a police problem only, it is not an army problem, it is not a government problem, it's not a minister's problem. And the response has to be a whole of society response, because crime is costing us $68 billion per year. And we have to tackle it, we have to reduce it, and we have to solve the problem.
Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.